Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Chats. I'm Ryan. We've got Jules, Adam, and Simon. And with that, Simon, you've got an exciting minute of our favourite segment of This is Simon, talking for a minute. Can't remember what it actually is called. And Simon, 3, 2, 1, away you go. A minute of Simon.
All right. Where do I start? Big weekend. Had the early night, Friday night. Get pumped for 1RM. Came in, lifted some stuff. I'm sure we'll discuss those performances a bit later on. Big day of drinking with Ryan, who ended up being a total mess. Woke up Sunday, very hungover, a long day. Although that ended with Man United sneaking in third place in the Champions League, and Heidi cooking a massive ribeye steak from good old Mark. Where was it? Boat Shed. Yeah. So it was a very enjoyable weekend, and then I didn't manage to sleep at all last night, so I've been up since like 2:30 or 3 o'clock. So yeah, living on the edge here, and then I'm about to do 1RM's front squat again later today. See if I can get close to what I did on Saturday.
Simon, you're getting really good at this 1 minute of talking. Congratulations. Adam, how has your week been, mate? Hopped around a bit more?
Yeah, slowly started moving around a little bit more. I don't have to keep my leg like purely elevated at all times anymore. So been moving around a little bit more. Came down and watched everyone lift some tin on Saturday, which is good. What else did I do? Watched some movies yesterday. Did my homework. I've just been reading heaps.
Nice. And Jules, have you been reading How to Deadlift because you had a ripper?
Yeah, I must have been reading. I have sources like bodybuilding.com and Reddit. That's where I get my information from.
T-Nation.
But no, I'm sure we'll get to it. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was all happening on the weekend, actually, wasn't it? And then the pillars of the local community were spotted out and about. There was a bit of TMZ action on Saturday night as well.
Can you please go into the who spotted me and Simon out in the town?
Okay, so I'll explain. I'm going to be honest. I'm a notorious disappearer when the drinks start to flow. I've apologized for it many times. I'm almost over apologizing for it now, but I like to disappear. I have a move called the smoke bomb, where I'll always pick one person out from the group and I'll look them in the eyes and make eye contact. And then I'll just give them one of these and I'll just leave out the door without saying goodbye to anybody. And then nobody ever knows where I went. So I had another event on Saturday afternoon. So I ended up there and then I didn't make it back to Fremantle, but I knew the boys were having a good time because I got 3 messages, individual messages. One person who plays at the football club and doesn't personally know either of the boys, but runs laps on the oval and sees them around, sent me a very blurry photo of Ryan at the bar ordering a drink. This must have been pre-fisticuffs, pre-altercation, which I'm sure you can get to. That was one. My cousin, his name's Alec. He's done a few of the boxing classes. He's also known as the Big Cheese. Adam knows the Big Cheese.
Big Cheese.
He was absolutely ripping the lid off at Benny's, and he was going into orbit, and he was brought back down by the stern reality that the FSC Fremantle staff were there. So that sobered him right up because he was a bit in awe and shock at seeing them. And then one of Stella's friends also said, "Isn't this your boss?" with the blurry photo of Simon. So it sounds like it was all happening. So I felt like I was there.
I didn't realise we were this famous in the Fremantle community.
You're pillars of the local community, and you love to see it.
I've only crossed the bridge like 4 times. That bridge
You're on that
is my
Santa Claus
boundary.
schedule. You work one night a year.
Yeah, and I was out past 10.
Well, that was the big shock for me, is being up until 1 a.m, I think. Like, that was the big shock. When I looked over and saw Simon sitting in the Uber on the way home, fast asleep, holding his kebab. Candlelight of like bloody Theresa May.
That's glorious.
Going into prayer.
That really is glorious.
I was like, this is a big time to be alive. But yeah, good night all around, I guess. where did we go? We went to some really nice bar to start off with. Where was that, Simon? It was
It's Darling, like the pirate bar.
that place is wicked. I'm going back there as soon as I get to Freo, so I'm going there tomorrow for lunch. Don't know if I'm home for lunch, but I'm going to try and get in. I was just so I can eat peanuts and throw them on the floor. Then I kissed a boy because he wouldn't to try and get into somewhere, and they didn't let us in. Then what did I do? We went to somewhere else, and we waited 2 minutes in line, what we were the only people in line for to get into this place. And as some dudes walked out, we all decided that we were going to leave, so we left there.
Yeah. And then we ended up at the Newport.
No, we missed a spot. We went to that other place.
Strange company.
And that's when Annika decided at 8 o'clock that it was time for her to go to bed. So she went home and it released the Ryan, and Ryan went on the drinking.
Release the Ryan. Oh boy.
And Ryan puckered up a little bit and went, let's go. We went to the Newport and absolutely belted out some karaoke. I could not speak yesterday. I must have been the worst person to be around at the Newport singing the karaoke. And then we went to some other place.
Benny's.
Is that what it's called? Benny's?
Yep.
It was really weird. When we walked in, everyone was sitting down for a nice seafood dinner, and then by the time we left, everyone was not having dinner.
Yeah, it's Benny's.
What a strange place. But anyway, that was fun. And then I almost got into a fight, spilled a drink all over Heidi because some idiot bumped me, turned around, and some other idiot had a go at him for it. So I got out of that one because they were big boys, and I may be from Bunbury, but they were from like freaking Bunbury XL. They were big boys. And I was also still struggling from a bit of neural fatigue, the big daddies that day. So
good excuse.
What a time to be alive. All right, so we do have to keep moving on and stop reminiscing about the weekend that the first weekend that we have out. So the gnome is behind me. He's going to start getting closer and closer throughout the episode as we get to the big announcement that everyone's waiting for of who is the gnome, the champion of the gnome this year, and where the gnome will reside this year until when's the next one? December.
December.
So the first clue is... Simon, I forgot the first clue.
I don't know.
Boy.
Depends which gym you want to say it's from.
The first clue is he was not present at the last 1RM. So that's 2 clues, really, because it's
because it was a male.
Agenda.
Yeah.
A double clue is going to a male who did not compete at the last 1RMass. For everyone who wants to know, it's the largest increase from from date dot to today. So
yes.
And I'll also give you another clue. I did not win the gnome, even though I tried so hard to rig it. And onwards, Adam, movies, please.
Movies. Yes. So yesterday I watched Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
I thought it was a fantastic movie. Acting was very good. I obviously haven't watched many movies, so I didn't really know what to expect. But as Simon was saying, it was very typical of Quentin Tarantino. But I really liked the storyline and how it had like all the separate stories, and at the very end it all came together. It was a very, very good watch. And I watched another movie with my family, Ford versus Ferrari. It's like the story of all that, like background of that, and the Le Mans, and that has some pretty good acting, and the storyline was pretty cool. Obviously, it was based on a true story, so very interesting. My brother had been listening to podcasts about it, so he was picking out all the inaccuracies of the plot, but I thought it was pretty good.
Who's in Fords and Ferrari?
The actors.
Yeah.
Christian
Matt
Bale.
Damon.
Yeah.
Who? Christian Bale.
And Christian Bale.
So
That's
Adam,
pretty good.
how many pogo jumps out of 10 for Pulp Fiction?
I reckon I'm going to give that 5 because I thought it was very good. And I thought,
Yeah.
like obviously a combination of very good acting and like good storyline and everything.
Because you just called it average.
5 out of 10 or 5 out of 5?
Oh, sorry, 5 out of 5. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 pogo jumps.
Yeah.
And then Ford versus Ferrari is very good as well. I'll give that 4.
Nice.
Big What was the last movie?
Inception.
And what did that get?
I gave that a 4. I think I still stand by that 4.
Nice. So it hasn't changed.
No. I
Very
think
good.
as the more movies I watch, I guess the ratings will probably change because I have more content.
What's next on the agenda? The Land Before Time? Is that the next one?
I haven't decided yet.
Team America.
America.
I don't know.
Give that one a go. Do you know anything about that one?
I don't know.
America?
Don't know.
It's excellent.
Before it gets taken down, because I imagine at some point it will.
Watch Team America before it gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We've done all the fun stuff. It's time now to review the 1RM. This is the topic for the week. Boys, standout performances. I think we'll go around the thing. We'll go around the screen. So, Simon, standout performances for you, mate.
It's probably Maggie would have to be up there.
Yeah,
120
hell yeah.
rack pull. So that was pretty good from her. She wasn't really confident going in, and I think her best was 105, 110 before. So it's a bit of a big jump.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi did a pretty good deadlift as well.
Yep.
125, 130. Aaron had a couple of sneaky good lifts.
The infamous belt.
Yeah. Obviously, the belt makes a difference.
Apparently.
Yeah. Obviously, Jules with his little calves pulling 2 steps. Yeah, Ryan, you actually did something.
I'm freaking back under the bar, boys.
Yeah. Personally, yeah, my front squat I was pretty happy with. Had to be different, didn't want a back squat. I think 115, I probably could have gone 120, but
Well, save yourself for the deadies.
yeah.
Mm.
So that'd probably be my my thoughts.
Adam, standouts.
Well, yeah, Simon's pretty much covered all the big ones. I think Mario was obviously very impressive.
Mm.
I already get 160 on squat. We hit 135 on bench.
Yeah, maybe.
130,
I think it was 130. Yeah.
You didn't break the record.
No, it was 130.
130. And then 185 or 190.
Mm.
Yeah,
So-
I think 190, yeah.
Beast.
Impressive.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought it was just good to see. Well, actually, Ben was because Ben's only recently started
Ben.
doing all the compound lifts.
Mm.
Like he's only joined up fairly recently. So for him to have enough confidence to even have a crack at it was good, and he put up some pretty reasonable totals.
And turning up.
Yeah.
For me, I was surprised. I didn't think he was coming, and then all of a sudden there was a going on Facebook, and I was like, "We're on." Big Ben's coming down from a guy who, let's face it, when he first started, wasn't very good at hasn't been very good at movement at all. He's done exceptional things. So, Jules, what about you, mate?
Yeah, I think shout outs to Maggie. Maggie's always pretty impressive. Like, I don't want to reveal her age on the podcast, but if I'm still training that hard at that kind of intensity when I'm her age, I'll be very happy. So that rack pull was really impressive.
Very good foundation work that she did with a certain trainer on this podcast. She got hand pulled onto the guy who's taking all the credit.
I thought the three of us, you really, as a trainer, you really don't want to shit the bed on 1RM day. And I thought none of us did, so that was good. We all did pretty well. Mario's very impressive. I'm not going to put him over too much because I want to see the results of the ASADA testing that I've signed him up for. Until then, I'm not going to be impressed. And then, I actually had never met Ben before, but I thought he attacked it really well. I actually liked the way he went into it because he's like, Ryan, do you work with him more than anybody?
Yeah, I've probably worked with him the most, and then Adam as well recently.
Kind of
He was like, he had a little bit of puppy dog about him. He'd get into his setup position and kind of glance at Ryan. Ryan would give him the nod, and then he'd pull. And then as soon as he'd pulled, he'd look back at Ryan, and Ryan would be like, "Good lift, mate." And then he'd kind of go happy. So I like to see the faith in the coaches. It's good. I just thought it was a good day. It's good. I'm glad I didn't think I'd get my 200, but obviously I double scooped the pre-workout, and so I might fail the ASADA testing as well. But
He also had some good lifts. He did some threes.
I forgot about Pete.
He didn't go up to the ones, so he did some threes.
He's like well done and knowing where he's at with his training right now after coming off like a 2-week
injury,
holiday.
Yeah, Pete's awesome.
Yeah, like over
he also-
COVID, he trained probably one of the hardest
Yeah,
out of everyone.
And
Yeah,
Pete was also a really good, back in footy, we used to call him an excellent clubman, where, if anyone hit a big lift that he was impressed with, he'd make sure to get to you and, give you a high five. That's a good clubman. Good to have around. Need him.
Yeah, it was definitely good, like, to see, like, the community kind of aspect of it as well. Like, there was a lot bigger turnout than the previous one, and everyone was getting around each other, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was good to see. Yeah, it's probably the best one we've had so far. And now hopefully Christmas will be even better.
Can I tell my favourite story quickly?
First one we ever did, I think, or the first big one down at Freo. Remember that time where pretty much a lot of the members turned up who didn't really know anything about lift. Like a lot of the guys back then didn't really know anything about lifting. We had that would have been the biggest female turnout we had at that one ages ago. But
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This one we just had was just as impressive for female turnout. I think like the one that we're comparing it off, I think was 2 years ago, Simon.
Yeah, it would have been Christmas 2 years ago.
I think it was the second one we did, because the first one we did was literally just me and you in the shed, and I think Hamill was there or something like that. And then the second one, the mid-year one we did was the one where we really got impressed, and we had a lot of people doing stuff for the first time. Like, a lot of people did exercise, not saying that's a good thing, but a lot of people did a deadlift for the first time. A lot of girls did, and it was really impressive. But this one was good. There was so many people. It was really good to have all the Wembley guys travel down for it and really put in a big effort getting down. As we've already mentioned, I think everyone's given Ben a big bit of praise, and he definitely deserves it. He did exceptionally well. Maggie, great to see Maggie beating her PBs and going for it. And she also was a bit nervous, wasn't she? And we had to really give her some encouragement. But every time she kind of got one, like the easy ones came up, and then she got to one of the hard ones, and we were like, look, you could probably leave it there. And she's like, nah, I'm going for it. And she went for it again, and that's when she kind of bailed out after that one. Yeah. But I was really happy to see.
She came in wanting a hard session today. I was like, no, recovery.
No way. Down.
And then she's like, yeah, good job we did a light one, like I was wrecked.
Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things, especially the older you get, that recovery post, like, high-intensity stuff is massive, but that's a different podcast.
How funny was Aaron, though? How funny was Aaron?
Aaron's nutter, right?
So the best part of 1RM, the best part of the whole day, and I'm going to have to swear here to tell the story. I think, did he go from 140 to 150? Was that the jump?
160, I think.
So he hit
150 to 140 to 150, yeah.
So he hit 140, clean as a whistle, and he had no gimmicks, no chalk, no belt. And he's pretty happy with himself. And then he put 150 on, and in front of everybody, he walks up to the stage, sets himself up, wiggles his feet for a little bit, makes sure his hand placement's good, exhales, get into position, locks up, and then he just moves a little bit and stands up and goes, oh, what the fuck? How'd that get so heavy?
And then he turned around and was like, oh, it's because all you guys are wearing straps and belts.
Sure. Tom got it up like it was nothing after that.
Yeah, that had me in tears, actually. It was funny.
Justine Spur, I'm going to give a shout out to as well. She was very good. For someone I haven't seen, like a wicked chick that I haven't seen for a long, long time. She did very well getting that.
Strong bencher.
Yeah, strong chick. Like, we should have got her to do a pull-up. Should have won the pull-up challenge probably. I don't know. I haven't seen a pull-up in a while, but she used to do one pretty mean pull-up.
Yeah, I think she was up at like 35, 40 kilos.
Plus body weight. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I like to give myself a shout out because
you made it.
And it was a bit touch and go there. I had to go get emergency treatment just beforehand because my body was playing weird juju on me to get myself loosened up, because I woke up that morning and my shoulder was, no joke, stuck up here.
Oh no.
Because
bit of Jules.
Yeah, a bit of Jules action.
My body is scared to like push itself, I think. So it just attacks me with information, especially if I have a deload week. It goes, sweet, let's get on you, and let's make you really painful and really sore, really sticky. So my bursa was like the size of a freaking golf ball. My tendonitis was the size of the golf bat. my shoulder was up here, and I was like, Annika, I need some help. I'm not having a good time. Annika rubbed the deep heat on me and gave me a smack on the butt and told me to get going. Got down there and hit the squat. The squat felt so good.
Yeah, look good.
Till that 160, that arrogant jump of mine from 150 to 160. Well, I think I would have had it if I built up a bit more. But what else impressed me? Simon, you impressed me, actually. Yeah, you got some glute velocity going on there, my friend.
Oh, what about the angry deadlift on Simo?
The aggressiveness. You started everyone started deadly warming up with 60, and Simo's there just absolutely churning him out.
I said to Heidi, he deadlifts with hate in his soul. If you look at his face, he's wearing the pain of 1,000 souls.
That he makes when he's thrusting at home.
Moving on. Moving on.
And with that, sport jewels. Oh no, the next clue. The next clue is the gnome will be stationed at the Wembley gym.
Ooh.
So it's a Wembley member. Sport now, Jules.
All right, sport. I got all the things up on here. So, AFL results. We had. Good question. Hang on, my page is just loading again. You talked too long and then it went to sleep.
Oh, hang on, I've got one more shout out.
Oh, please do.
The ultimate spectator of Jared, who just came down at the start and hung out until beers at the end. So
he just wants to see people lift weight. You love to see it.
Yeah, I was like, good on you, man, for coming down and being the top-notch supporter. Who else? Freaking Leonardo can do burpees, apart from that.
Oh my God, what a savage.
To 1RM, but he can do some burpees. So shout out to
Leonardo, for context, is Mario's son.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's a beast. All right, moving on. Sport.
By the way, he's lost it.
We've got AFL. Thursday night football. The Doggies just edged out Ryan's beloved Gold Coast Suns. Good game of footy, actually.
So they're dropping down the ladder now? They're just in free
They are a little bit, but they're playing some good football. There's nothing to be upset about. Friday night, Richmond went down to GWS by 2 goals. That was another pretty good game. Saturday morning, Carlton just beat North Melbourne, which was another good game. Sydney edged out the Swans. Sydney edged out the Swans. Sydney are the Swans. Sydney edged out the Hawks by 7 points. Port Adelaide went down to St Kilda. Very big upset. You love to see it. Essendon just beat the Adelaide Crows, who are still winless for season 2020. Not good things happening at Adelaide. The Eagles hit a return to form and absolutely flogged the Magpies. Hate to see that. Hate to see the Eagles playing well. And they genuinely did play a good game of football. And I was reminded of that by Ethan this morning. Brisbane just beat Melbourne in another good game of football. And tonight, a rare Monday night fixture. The Dockers play the Geelong Cats at Optus Stadium.
What's your predictions, Jules?
My tip is a glorious game of football and the Dockers to lose by 10 goals.
You should get them to post the video of you deadlifting as a bit of a...
Yeah, a bit of pre-game. I did it in my Dockers jersey.
Yeah.
Retweet it. We'll get a Twitter going. Simon, you got a Twitter account?
I'll get it retweeted.
You've got Twitter. A competition for all the viewers. Jules is going to tweet after his deadlift as inspiration for the Fremantle Dockers. If you retweet it, we'll give you a prize. No idea what the prize is yet. It might just be a home-cooked meal, but you'll get a prize, maybe.
In rugby, as always, I have no idea about rugby. I wrote in rugby results, and this is what came up. Broncos beat the Rabbitohs by 4 points or tries. The Raiders beat the Warriors. The Sea Eagles just beat the Roosters 8-9. That's a low score. The Storm beat the Sharks. Is that an upset? We don't know. The Knights pumped the West's Tigers. That was to be expected, I assume. And the Eels pumped the Titans in another cracking game of rugby, I would assume. Anyway, EPL. What do we got?
You only need to say United came third and Chelsea came fourth.
Is that the right rugby at least, Ryan?
No, it's the wrong rugby, but that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, oh well. So was this the last round of the year for EPL?
Yeah, EPL's finished, yeah. So United snuck third, Chelsea got fourth.
So in the last games, Ryan, Simon's...
Winner.
Simon's beloved Chelsea beat the Wolves 2-0.
Other way around.
Ryan's Chelsea.
And then Ryan's beloved Man United beat Leicester City 2-0. Who got a red card, Simon, for Leicester? That's not good.
Johnny Evans. Yeah.
Playing very naughty boys.
Against his old
Southampton.
team.
Oh, lordy. Southampton pumped Sheffield 3-1. Liverpool beat Newcastle 3-1. West Ham and Aston Villa drew. Brighton beat Burnley. And who really cares? The season's over.
Yeah.
Simon's team finished third. Liverpool won. That's that. And then the last bit of sport, Sunday morning, Australia's own Robert Whittaker, Sydney boy, he beat Darren Till in his return to the octagon in the UFC, which was a good fight, 5-round decision. Robert Whittaker's a bit of a hero around here. He took a lengthy hiatus from the sport to donate bone marrow to his daughter. Some people didn't know if he was ever going to fight again. He finally got up to fight again, went over to Abu Dhabi and got the W against the top contender. So shouts out Robert Whittaker. I know he watches. That's sport.
If you would like to retweet Jules's deadlift video, get the Freo Dockers really pumped up. So they need all the help they can get. So if you want to be another local hero, retweet, get the inspiration going. Let's see if we can try and get Jules deadlifting to be played at Optus Stadium on the big TV.
Oh, shit.
All right, well, I guess there's nothing else for it. It's quiz time. Short quiz today because I came up with it just this morning. And
This morning.
25 minutes ago.
And the 5-minute history of 1RM at this place we called Formidable Strength and Conditioning. So, question number 1 for 2 points. What is the all-time bench press record and who owns it?
Adam.
Yes, Adam.
Oh. Is it Jules?
1 point to you. What is the score?
132.5?
Jules, clarification, is that?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
No, I object.
Because this is the controversy. We don't
It's
know
not
what
performed
that
at
day.
1RMass. It's performed.
1RM.
It's controversial here. Hey?
Yeah.
Last 1RM.
Yeah, I did. So, but when did Mario do 135? Or did that not happen?
It didn't happen at 1RM.
We did it in training on last
so
week.
then Adam's right.
Yeah, it didn't
Oh,
happen
I thought you didn't do it at 1RMs. I thought it was just a powerlifting comp you did it.
No,
I did it
twice.
last
Yeah.
December, didn't you?
Last 1RM. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Jules, thank you. Objection denied. Is that how you say it? All right. What did Ryan deadlift at this year's 1RM? For
Jules.
1 point.
Oh, I think I know it. 170.
Is correct. Jules is on 1 point. Question number 3. At which weight did Simon bench press at this year's 1RM?
Well,
Simon, you can't answer this question. There's a question for every single one of us about ourselves.
What weight did Simon...
You talk about my physical weight or what I did?
The weight that you lifted. Your weight and number could be also a part of the quiz later on.
I'm going to say
moves
Jules.
mass.
Jules. I don't think Simo's ever hit sort of 120 territory, but he's stronger than 100. I'm going to say 110.
Adam?
115.
Simon, what was the answer?
For what I did on the weekend or what I've done?
Now, what are you doing the week?
I did 110 on the weekend.
Oh,
I
my
did
God. I'm
150.
unstoppable.
I did 115 at the last one.
Damn it. Is that 2-all?
Yeah.
What event did Adam compete in at this year's 1RM?
Did you just make up one?
Simon,
Yes.
guest, celebrity,
No, no,
order.
it wasn't Waterman.
What event did Adam compete in? Jules.
It could be a trick question also.
No, I think I know the answer.
What?
I'm fairly sure he competed in, it's a pretty rare event. We don't do it all the time, but it's called Introduce Your Girlfriend to the Boys event. And I think he competed in that.
The best banter answer. The point is Jules.
She was a very nice lady.
The last question for 5 points.
So whoever gets this wins, basically.
What is the origin of the FSC gnome? It's had many forms over the years, but what is the origin of the FSC gnome?
The origin. What's the insertion? Wait, is it like as in like the origin of that specific one?
No, just the gnome in general. Why have we've used gnomes since literally the first thing we ever did down at FSC. What was it, and what is the origin of it? This is the origin story. There's 5 points that you can be awarded.
Well, I have no idea because I wasn't there.
Original gnome
Neither was I.
is also a point. That's a bonus point for 6.
It was a Smurf gnome, but I can't remember why.
Simon has the first point.
It was in a Smurf gnome.
Didn't we just steal it from someone's lawn?
We bought it from Bunnings.
I thought we stole it from someone's lawn.
What was the gnome? Who got the gnome and why?
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
Adam, how are we supposed to know?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Simon because he probably can lift more than you.
Oh, shit.
No, it wasn't that, but it was true at that point in time, yes.
All right. Who was awarded the first gnome? Was it obviously a client, a member of the gym?
Yeah.
Are they still at the gym?
Yes.
Okay.
Pete.
Ooh, good guess.
Was it your brother?
Yeah, Nick was the winner of the gnome.
Nick won the gnome?
That's for the 12-week challenge, wasn't it?
3rd point to Simon.
And he shared it with Mia. Didn't they both win together?
The original Mr. and Mrs. Formidable.
That's right.
Who's Mia?
2 more points to go.
I don't even know who Mia is.
Former client.
Mia Khalifa? Sorry, made myself laugh.
There was another gnome that was given out. Well, it wasn't really a gnome, but it still went in your backyard. It was awarded to someone who didn't do things very well. It might actually still be at Freo.
Didn't Jay win it?
I don't care who won it, but I want to know what it was.
Was it for like best performance post? Like
No, it's for being like a dud.
But it was a very specific thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's
The
just
Banter Award, wasn't it?
It was the Banter Award, but what was the gnome?
I'd win the Banter Award in 2020, I'll tell you that. Wait, it was a type of gnome?
Yeah.
It was a duck or something.
It's not a duck, but some kind of bird. Think about the wordplay that we could use.
So how many points have I got?
Enough to win, I think.
It lays eggs.
No, it's a chicken.
Oh, no, it doesn't actually lay eggs. It doesn't actually lay eggs. But
Rooster.
it was a rooster because we call it the Golden Cock Award.
The what award?
The Golden Cock Award.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Mia Khalifa video?
And for the final question, how many is that? That's 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's all 5 points. So an overview of the history of the gnome as we are about to award the gnome for this year, this 1RM. The history of the gnome was, after the 12-week challenge, we awarded a Smurf gnome to my brother as a most improved thing. There was also another gnome, what was a golden cockerel, that we gave to, I think Tom won the first one because he face planted and almost knocked himself out on a prowler sprint one time. So it was for doing the stupidest thing during the 12-week challenge. And ever since then, we've had a gnome. And now the gnome is back. And the winner of the most improved award is, drumroll please.
I don't know if you can even hear that.
I can hear you doing it, but you couldn't hear it.
Insert here.
literally a positive remark from everyone apart from Simon because he doesn't do positive remarks. During the highlights is Ben.
Yeah.
Well done, Ben.
I like that, actually. That's good.
Ben is the winner of the most improved gnome that me and Jules are both thinking of getting tattooed on our body.
I'm
cool
glad. I'm doing it. You with me or not?
Boys, do we have any other shout outs or can we wrap it up there?
Wrap it up.
No, I think everyone did good. That's my shout out.
Shout out to everybody.
Everyone for tuning in for this really not that intelligent episode of Coaching Chat, but probably one of the funniest. I'm Ryan, that's Jules, that's Adam, that's Simon. You don't know where I'm pointing, but that's okay. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.